Okay, hi everyone. My name is Odwayo Rudenslu, and I'll be talking about reducing foodborne illness through safer food handling at home. How we have to prevent illness from home, how we have to prevent illness from wherever we are working at, in the hospital, among our colleagues, cooking at home, you know, having things, on the um in the kitchen, not being, properly taken care of can actually cause an illness. So, um, I'll be talking about reducing foodborne illness, through some little things that we don't even think matters. We know that it matters, we know that it's very important, but it is difficult for us to practice. But one thing about it is that if we practice every day, it becomes an habit. It becomes what we are used to, and before you know it, the fellas are what it looks like she, she doesn't play with death at all. So that is how it's supposed to be. So let's move on. A second slide. So, sometimes we blame, so many things. We put so many blame on some things that we think is the issue for our illness, but we forget to actually, tackle the source of the illness. So I will ask you a question. Have you ever blamed a stomach bug on bad luck because you are getting it often, and you are doing the same thing every now and then, but we are not paying attention to what is actually causing it. So, have you ever blamed a stomach bug on a bad luck, only to realize that later it may have been something you ate? Foodborne illness is often unnoticed, is misdiagnosed, or is sometimes ignored because you're not paying attention. Everybody think, "Oh, okay, I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing the right thing." Okay. Yet millions of illness begin inside our own kitchen, not cleaning appropriately or doing what we're supposed to do. Just taking some things for granted can actually cause an illness. By practicing a proper food safety at home, students and household can prevent foodborne illness, protect vulnerable individuals, and reduce avoidable health risk. It is not cheap to go to the hospital. And when we are here, when we have sickness going on in our body, it's very difficult for us to do what we are supposed to be doing. Okay, let's move on. So why foodborne illness matters? The CDC report that 1 in 6 Americans get sick from contaminated food each year. Many cases are mistaken for common stomach viruses. This illness leads to missed work, missed classes, hospital visits, and unnecessary medical costs. Just like I said earlier on, that when we are here, when we are sick, we can't do what we're supposed to do. We can go pursue that dollar. So, again, most importantly, many of these illnesses are completely preventable. I mean, completely preventable. Washing our hands, doing it how we're supposed to do it, not going through cross-contaminated thinking. We'll move forward. So, common causes at home, yes. Number one, improper refrigeration of leftover, cross contamination between raw and ready to eat food. On the cooking meat, eggs, or seafood, poor hand washing and unclean kitchen surfaces. These everyday habits allow bacteria to spread easily in our home kitchen. That's exactly what is happening. So, data and evidence. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, number one, millions of Americans become ill from contaminated food every year. Changing daily habits can significantly reduce this risk. Secondly, common pathogens include Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria. These bacteria are found, in so many things, in uncooked food or cooked meats, but also in our produce and some processed food. So, who is most at risk? Children, older adults, pregnant individual, people with weakened immune system. A simple mistake in food preparation can actually cause a severe illness for someone who depends on us. Food safety is not only personal, it is a responsibility of every individual and others. Okay, so food safety beyond meat. Avoiding meat does not eliminate foodborne risk. Fresh fruits and vegetables can be contaminated during growing, harvesting, and transportation. The FDA reports increased outbreak linked to some leafy greens and produce, food safety, and so on. So, simple prevention step one, wash your hands before and after handling food. Clean cutting boards and kitchen surface regularly. Refrigerate leftover within 2 hours and prevent cross contamination between raw and cooked food. Cook food to eat to save internal temperature. These steps take minutes but prevent serious illness. Call to action. Think about your own kitchen habits. Be mindful of how to store, clean, and prepare food. Protect yourself, your roommates, your family, and your community. By practicing safe food handling, we protect our health one meals at a time. And I want to elaborate a little bit on hand washing. We need to learn how to wash our hands. If you're working in healthcare environment, you need to know how to wash your hands from patient room to another, especially when we are trying to hand over their food to them. Their immune system are very weakened, so we need to learn how to prevent all of this in happening. Thank you. God bless you.